Hey everyone, it's the Hey Poopy podcast. What that booty do from poop to pleasure to health. Hosted by me, Dave.
And me, Ellen, two curious people removing that stigma from your stinker. And why are we doing this? Because we love laughing and learning about your butts, our butts, and more butts, and helping them to be the best they can be. And on this week's episode, we have my friends Riff and Emily, married couple, the Richards, coming on to tell us both of their horror stories.
Yes. So if you've been there with any kind of accidents in your life, in your adult life, you do not want to miss this episode because you can hear funny clips like this.
I get into the lobby and we have two elevators and they're both on. We live on the fourth floor and both the elevators are on like 6 and 5.
Oh.
I'm standing there and I'm just like doing the dance, and this is getting serious. It felt like an eternity, but the elevator finally came. I got my keys ready, and then I'm like doing the same like clenched sort of run down the hallway, and I drop my keys at my feet at the door. And as I'm fumbling with my keys, and mind you, the bathroom in our apartment, if you open our door all the way, the door to our apartment will hit the bathroom door. It's like that close.
Oh no.
And as I'm fumbling with my keys trying to get them in the keyhole, I just like my muscles just gave out and I shit my pants.
Unloaded.
It was like a significant amount of what needed to come out of me, but like just like enough, and then I just was able to clench again and just kind of waddle into the apartment.
And much, much more. So just tune in.
And do you want to know a little bit more about Dave and I? We'll go over to heypoopypodcast.com where you could get everything your little heart needs, from our merch, Patreon, cartoons, and so much more. Do you want to submit something to us? We want to take your submissions. Email us at heypoopypodcast@gmail. And on to the shit show.
Hey Poopy, how you doing? Hey Poopy, how you doing?
I'm just, trying to find a place with like-minded people to talk about like-minded things about me, about poop and stuff.
Hey Poopy, how you doing? Hey Poopy, how you doing?
Oh man, what's this right here? Is this a podcast about poop?
Yes, it's a podcast about poop, and you're on our show, and it's dump day.
Yes, it is. And this is the Hey Poopy podcast with
Dave
and Ellen, and this is episode 184, but it'll always be number 2 to us, our favorite number. And we have two insanely special guests today, Riff and Emily Richards. The Richards are here, and I asked them to be on the show because they told me some hilarious stories over the summer, and I'm here for that and a little bit more. So, Emily and Riff, before we go into who you are, we'd like to know, how have you been pooping recently?
So I don't want to brag, but it's been really great.
Nice.
Yeah, my morning constitution today was everything I hoped it would be.
All right.
On the Bristol stool chart, are you a 4, long and strong?
I have to tell you, I'm between a 3 and a 4.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, I didn't want to brag, but
I want to brag.
That's nice.
for once in my life,
What are you usually not that?
it ebbs and flows.
Much like life.
And I like how you called it a constitution. Maybe that might be the first guest in 184 episodes that's called it that.
Yeah.
I'm honored.
You're cultured.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, this became a highbrow show. What's going on?
Queen's English here.
And Riff, how have you been pooping?
The same. I've been eating a lot of kale.
Oh, yep.
So I'm been also like going between 3 and 4.
Nice.
Leafy greens can do that for you.
Yeah.
That's great.
That's
I've been
awesome.
making a morning shake with kale, and it's
Ooh.
helpful.
Yeah. My wife
And
puts.
it's always the same time in the morning.
Yeah.
It's great.
My wife puts kale in everything. Kale or spinach. One of those two. It goes in shakes. It's just like in breakfast. It's dinner. Pretty much have it all the time. So constantly going.
Well, talking about going, Dave, how have you been pooping?
I'm fine. I went, I think 3 times today.
Yes.
So one was a 4, then one was like, then they get progressively worse throughout the day. But like it goes from like a 4, and I'm like, sweet. Then it goes to like 5, 5.5. Oof. It just sort of like, kind of falls apart towards the end.
Looser as the day gets longer.
So, but I'll take it. I mean, I'm going. That's all that matters for me right now.
Better out than in.
Yes.
I text Dave over the weekend. I went to Wegmans liquor store and I got my period on Saturday. And I think it was the prostaglandins in my stomach that made me have the most rancid fucking farts. I have no idea what the hell I ate or did. But I was walking around Wegmans, thought that nobody was behind me, and ripped ass, silent but insanely deadly. It literally smelled like I shit my fucking pants. And then I turned to the left and noticed there was a guy working in the store who was walking directly behind me. So he was in the path of my gas. And I was like, oh my, and there was like very little people in there. And I was like, He knows it was me. He knows it was me. And he's got to, I know, like the minute I walked out of the store, he was like, that girl totally shit her pants. She totally.
I would have just looked at him and been like, did you shit your pants, dude?
He's probably like, I hate my fucking job so much. He's like, Jesus.
And yeah, I text Dave right away. I actually text Dave as I was in line waiting to like pay for my wine and tequila. And I was like, yeah, I gotta claim this. But then my shitting was not so great over the weekend. But last night, right before I went to bed, I like pinched off a number 2, like a 3-inch 2 right before I went to bed. And I was like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm like, like it was like waiting in the chamber or something. And then today I've made 2 massive shits. The second one was so messy. There's not enough bidet water to get through. And like, I mean, like, I need a fucking hose or one of those things that cleans graffiti off of buildings, you know?
I'm telling you, get the bum gun. That way you can take it and put it into the toilet too and just like spray it off.
I gotta spray off.
I really want to get one so bad.
You guys should get it. I should just get it for you for Christmas.
You should get one too, though. That way you can clean it up and just add it to your arsenal.
I know. I need to be like in those movie scenes where somebody goes into prison and they like spray them down like cold water with like a fire hose. Like I need that. I need that to clean up the mess. It's just
you need like a hazmat shower type of spray, like really like intense disinfectant.
And I need people with hazmat suits to come and spray me off because I am disgusting. I'm absolutely gross. No idea what's going on with me.
I only go once a day. I'm like impressed with these like multiple pooping journeys.
So sometimes it's different for everybody. Like I usually go 2 to 3. That's my average.
I went 3 times today.
Oh, sorry, Emily. You only get one.
Yeah,
the rest of us.
But apparently you have this. You guys have one giant one, one gigantic shit.
One gigantic constitution.
Your one time equals everybody else's 3.
Well, our cat Yojimbo also poops once a day, and it's massive usually.
Oof.
It's like
wow,
like the length of his body.
That's pretty long.
It's probably like that girth.
As thick as a quarter.
It's yes.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's big and it stinks.
Yeah, I'm sure.
and then when he's done, he's just like so much energy.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. He probably like lost like
he weighs.
Yeah, exactly.
He weighs a lot less.
He already weighs like 8 pounds. He's like he's like a bag of bones, but he's still a good pooper. So
wow, that's
amazing.
Impressive.
I mean, I would deal with that over like the messy shits I've been having for the past like basically 5 months ever since I had COVID over the summer. And I blame it not on COVID, but in the pills that I took to help me get over COVID faster. But my gut has been ruined ever since. But
oof, that sucks.
Yeah. So Emily and Riff, tell us a little bit more about what you do besides your poo.
Ladies first.
Gonna be the most interesting part of this whole thing. I'm in digital marketing.
Ah.
So I serve ads to people online.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And Riff?
I'm in a similar field. I serve drinks to people. I'm a bartender in Brooklyn.
Nice.
I've been doing that for, I guess, 15 years now.
Oh wow, nice.
Yeah.
Very
It's done
cool.
me well.
I mean, that's a form of marketing. Yeah, that is marketing. You're like, hey, if I give you this one drink, I know you're paying for it, but you're gonna want another one. Easily.
And have either of you pooped at work?
All the time.
I found
All the
out
time.
that there was a secret, not so secret, but just like a nondescript door that was a third bathroom in the office. And
Ooh.
it was like its own private, area. And that's where I go every morning that I'm in the office and just lock the door by myself, and everyone knows. It's one of those rooms where it's like people only poop in there.
They're like, Emily's in the office.
Yeah.
Emily's in her office.
And was in the back taking a shit.
There's like an air freshener. Like everyone knows that's the pooping bathroom, so you try to like not be seen going in or out of it.
Yeah.
But you see people trying the door.
You're just like, I was just washing my hands. I didn't. You're like, right. Sure.
How did you discover the secret bathroom?
Well, so I wasn't in the office. I got hired during COVID. And so I didn't, and then we moved offices. So everybody came back to the office around the same time. So it was either new or first time in the office at the company. And so we all kind of discovered things together because it was there, people were like in only certain days a week. And then finally one of my colleagues said to me, because it was a long hall and the men's bathroom was first and then the women's bathroom. And there was a third door, but I was always just like, I don't know what that is.
So is it like a Starbucks one-seater? Like it's just a toilet in a room with a sink?
Yeah.
So you get that's great.
And it's
That's
maybe
amazing.
bigger or at least the same size as the other
Was
one.
it supposed to be like the handicap / all genders bathroom?
Probably.
Yeah, somebody described it to me as the executive bathroom, but I didn't know for like months.
Wow.
And then somebody told me, and I was like,
Nobody tries door number 3.
Yeah. You're like,
Except for everybody.
wow, that's amazing though. Having a private bathroom area is the best at work. There's nothing that's like a goal. That's like a treasure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Dave, when you go at work, you go in the handicap stall, right?
Yeah, it's just like way more space. There's no one that's like, has issues with like, that are, I guess, handicapped at my office. So I'm always in there. But I do wait. If someone comes in, it drives me nuts. Like while I'm taking a shit, and I wait until they're done. I don't want to chit chat. I don't want to be like, hey, what's up? I just wait until they're gone, and then I do my thing and leave. It's just like, it's too much. I get like really like annoyed by that. I don't know why.
So you would love a third door,
it'd be
Dave.
fantastic.
I feel like there's an age for that, though. I feel like there was a time in my life where I was like no longer able to just like freely poop and make noises, in a public bathroom.
I still don't like doing that.
No, I feel like I was okay until I was like,
Oh, I was never okay with that.
Really?
No, I'm lucky when I poop at work. It's usually like I get to the bar before it opens, obviously, because
Yeah.
the bar. But the porter has just been there, so the bathroom's the cleanest it's going to be all day.
Oh, that's
That's
amazing.
nice.
I get first dibs on that toilet,
Oh, that's
and it's just
So you
like
break it in.
yeah, it's like, and it's both the bars where I work are it's just two gender neutral, just a room with a toilet and a sink.
nice.
So it's really nice when you get there and you're like, oh, I gotta go shit, and there's nobody here. I don't even have to lock the door. I still do, obviously.
Yeah.
Other people to the bar. Other people have keys to the bar. But it's just nice knowing that the seat and everything was just clean and it smells clean. And yeah.
Oh yeah, there's that coming to a clean bathroom. You're just like, you feel like you just won the lottery. It's like, yes, no one's defiled this yet.
Speaking of clean bathroom, Emily cleaned our bathroom, our master bathroom, whatever, the one in our bedroom this weekend, and it is like, well, you can eat off the toilet.
Ooh.
You did a beautiful job. You did a really beautiful job. It hasn't looked that clean ever.
Wow.
So I just wanted to give Emily some credit because she like got high off these caustic chemicals that she cleaned all the tile and everything. We have a glass shower door, so it's like it's one of those things like it just gets grimy.
Oh yeah.
Now you know when you change your room around and then you want to hang out in your room. You kind of feel that way about the bathroom. We're just like, let's go hang out in the bathroom. It's nice and clean in there.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. A clean bathroom's the best.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
So I thought about this for a long time, that when you go into any like public place that has many, many, many stalls of bathrooms, from like gas station rest stops to like the airport to Target, I always go into the very first stall. And then I found out there is a study that the very first stall is the least likely to be gone into. Everybody doesn't want to go in the first one, thinking that one's the one that people use the most. And it's usually the cleanest of all the toilets.
That makes sense.
And I've seen it many times, insanely clean compared to the other ones.
I feel like that. I totally believe you in that, but I feel like in a men's bathroom, it's just like there's no rule. It's just like every toilet is disgusting. Every toilet is like someone's like, oh, I'm just gonna do the worst thing they can to that toilet. So yeah, I don't know.
Women aren't that much better, especially with the blood aspect to it. It's kind of crazy.
The what? No.
Blood.
I used to be so confused by that before I knew what a period was, where I'd just go in the bathroom and I'd be like, nope.
Yeah.
Did someone get murdered in here?
Yeah, you're like, who's peeing orange?
Yeah.
What is happening?
Brutal.
I'm not going to name names, but I know somebody who walked into a bathroom and they knew that the other person who they shared said bathroom with used a Diva cup, and they said it looked like a murder scene because I guess they tried to dump out their Diva cup, but it spilled everywhere. And so said person left the bathroom and said, "What the fuck is going on in there?" And the person was like, "Oh, it wasn't me, but I'll clean it up."
And there's like 2 of them in the apartment.
It's like, who do you think did it?
Yeah. Who crawled in our bathroom and killed someone and crawled out?
So, Riff and Emily, do you want to go into those fabulous stories you told me about over the summer?
Oh, yeah.
Me first.
Me first? Okay. Yeah, I recounted this to Ellen and her partner Gerald over 4th of July weekend. It was a good time. We were sitting around a really lovely fire pit and
eating mushrooms.
How it came up. I mean, I guess poop just comes up naturally, but
especially with me in the room.
Yeah. So I drive Emily to work. You're like remote, or not remote. You're like hybrid. So I drive Emily to work a couple times a week. We got a car during the pandemic. That was our purchase. So I'm like, I'll drive you to work a couple times a week. It's like a nice way to start the morning. We get a little car ride together. Emily can sip on her coffee. Doesn't have to deal with this crazy subway stuff. So this one particular morning, I think there was drinking involved the night before. I don't know. It happens a lot at this house. But the route we take is usually, we're in Bed-Stuy, so it's like the BQE. We get on the BQE and then we go to the Midtown Tunnel. Because Emily's right off of the Midtown Tunnel, basically.
Nice.
And so traffic's not always the best. It's always just like a slowdown, like right when you get off the BQE to the tunnel. And my stomach was like starting to rumble, like on the tunnel approach, and I was like, "Oh, this is pretty gnarly." So it was just like, and I was like, "Emily, my stomach is not." And she was like, "Are you gonna be okay?" And I was like, "I don't know." And traffic was, of course, more heavy that day. So I drop Emily off at work, and then I'm like, I just got to go home because I had all these plans to like run some errands, and I was like, no, I'm going straight home. I got to take a massive dump. So of course, traffic's heavier. I get on the FDR and go across the Brooklyn Bridge. And like the whole time I'm like, it's going to be fine. But like, I keep having these like moments of like, oh God, no, I'm going to shit my pants in the car.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
yep.
Like clenching and like pushing my legs up.
Yeah.
Like just listen to, just concentrate on the BBC NewsHour. Everything's going to be fine. So I'm finally like approaching, we have a parking lot with a space. So I'm approaching that and I'm like, unplugged my phone from like the car computer, and I'm closing all the windows, and I'm like getting everything ready, like to just like park the car. And I usually back it into space, but I just pulled it in straight. And I'm running. I'm like trying to clench and like fast walk, because once you run, you're just,
it's over. Yeah.
Yep.
yeah. So I'm like clenching and fast walking. I walk by the fucking super of our building, and he's like looking at me really weird, and I'm like, "Hey, Willie, what's going on? See ya." So then I get into the building, and I get into the lobby, and we have 2 elevators in the lobby, and they're both on. We live on the 4th floor, and both the elevators are on like 6 and 5.
Oof.
So then I'm standing there, and I'm just like doing the dance, and I'm like, this is getting serious. This is getting really bad. And it felt like an eternity, but the elevator finally came, and then I get in, and I'm like, I got my keys ready, and then I'm like doing the same like clenched sort of run down the hallway, and I drop my keys at my feet at the door. And as I'm fumbling with my keys, and mind you, the bathroom in our apartment is like, if you open our door all the way, like the door to our apartment will hit the bathroom door. It's like that close. The toilet was like right.
Oh no.
And as I'm fumbling with my keys trying to get them in the keyhole, I just like my muscles just gave out, and I shit my pants.
Unloaded.
It was like a significant amount of what needed to come out of me, but like just like enough, and then I just was able to clench again and just kind of waddle into the apartment.
Oh.
The door behind me locked, and then I just like got into the bathroom and just like dropped trow and like sat down, and like it was like very relieving. It was kind of like that scene in Trainspotting when he's like,
oh yeah,
no longer constipated, except there was shit in my underwear.
And you're like, how do I burn everything?
It's all smeared up all over the place.
I lost a really good pair of underwear. I just went into the trash.
Oh, of course.
Luckily, it didn't get into my jeans, because I was wearing like a really nice pair of like selvage Japanese denim.
Oh, shit.
And I was like sitting there. I was like, oh God. And I was such a blow to the ego. I'm like, I'm a 42-year-old man that just shit his pants.
Yes.
Not only that, but like just so like the toilet was like, if the doors weren't there, the toilet was like 3 feet from where my body was.
Yeah. You were like so close.
And I like, we have bidets on our toilet, so I was like, okay, well that's over. My ego is just like completely destroyed, and I'm like I'm using the bidet to try to clean myself up, and like I'm like trying to dry myself off, but just there's just shit everywhere. So I had to get in the shower.
Oh,
like,
of course.
Just like shit all the way down the insides of my legs, and like it was very
traumatic.
It was traumatic. It was devastating. I was like, is this what my life's going to be now? I'm going to shit my pants for the rest of my life. And then I was like, should I text Emily about this? And then I was like, yeah, of course I should. And then so I was like, I think I just texted you, Emily, I shit my pants. And then there was just like, she's at work, so there's no response for like a good, I don't know, 20 minutes, hour, something like that. And then all of a sudden it was just like, I think you were just like, what? Like all caps. Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
I mean,
and then for the next like month, I didn't have a morning coffee on the drive to work with Emily, because I was afraid it was going to happen again.
Yep.
That's pretty smart. I mean,
yeah, it was. Yeah. So
you're like,
then,
caffeine or dirty underwear? Which one would I prefer?
Crushing shame. And I felt a little better, because a friend of mine, who will go nameless, had a similar experience about 2 months back, and it was actually at our house. We were at a bar around the corner from our house, and he was like, I have to go to the bathroom. We're like, here you go. And we were all drinking. He took a wrong turn and was like, I don't know where your house is. And then he shit his pants in the elevator.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Directions. And I wasn't even drinking, but I thought 2 blocks was not... For them to not know how to get back to our apartment. You leave the bar.
This person had been to our house many times.
And then you walk 2 short blocks, and that's our building. Like, so I was like, yeah, turn right. I was like, just walk.
Yeah.
Turn right. And they turned right immediately. And
But the first block instead of the second.
I contributed.
I mean, he
Add to that story that I have not shit my pants since.
nice.
Bravo.
That was good.
Yeah.
And before that, it had been a very long time, like since I was a child.
Yeah. It's the worst shitting your pants as an adult. And to defend your friend a little bit, that sucks that they shit their pants in the elevator. But I'm sure they're probably like, I gotta go so bad. The concept of directions and where to go is probably just like completely escaping with a bunch of other things that were escaping.
There were a lot of factors involved that the night when our friend had. It was the perfect storm for shitting your pants that night.
Oh my God, that's the worst.
And Riff, if it makes you also feel better, you are not the first person, nor will you be the last that shit their pants as they're putting keys into the door.
Yeah.
Oh, that was such a panicking moment too. I was like, I'm almost there. Oh God.
There's something with your brain, the keys, and going to the bathroom where it's like your brain's like, it's close enough. Like
Yeah.
We're there, right?
Yeah, we're there. Like it's
Time we can poop now.
yeah.
It's so funny how many guests we've had on that's literally happened to them. And we're just like, yeah. I mean, it doesn't make the story any less funny. It's still hilarious.
Oh, it's great.
But it's just crazy how the brain-body connection fails us.
It's crazy, like when you shit your pants as an adult and you just sit there and you're like, you have like this cathartic moment where you're kind of not cathartic, you're just sort of like questioning everything. You're like, Jesus Christ, like I can't be shitting my pants like this. Like why? What the fuck? You know, it's like you go to every range of emotion. It's supposed to be sitting there like covered in shit.
It's like the 5 stages of grief. It's
Yeah.
like denial.
All 5 at the
bargaining.
exact same time.
Like I remember you sitting there going like, I'm a fucking loser. How am I shitting my pants like this? Like what? And it compounded by the fact you weren't even like it wasn't like you were like had a crazy night of I mean, you weren't like at that particular moment drinking or like, you know, doing drugs. Like, you're just like driving home.
Yeah.
That's like the worst.
Well, that's going back to what you all said about not wanting to poop in public. That's why I poop in public. Like, if I have to go, I just find a bathroom in Wegmans, Target, Home Depot. Like, I've shit in because my biggest fear is I think I can make it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing. I would have, but like Midtown in the morning.
Yeah, I was gonna say, where are you gonna?
There's no place for you to even
like,
park.
Yeah.
There's no place to park. Yeah. It's like, oh, I can shit my pants maybe, or I can get, my car's going to get towed.
Yeah, exactly. While you're in a Burger King bathroom.
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks. But thanks for sharing that.
Yeah, of course. If it helps anyone
We've all been there.
with shame or whatever.
This is where I keep we have an advertiser shark kit, and I keep my shark kit in my car.
I've seen that commercial.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I keep mine in my car for that very reason.
You would think it's a gag, but when that happens, you're like, I wish I had that shark kit with me right now.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Stocking stuffer season's coming up.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I think it's here.
Keep it in your car. There you go. Bam.
Gotta get a shark kit.
Use our promo code, Hey Poopy.
Yeah.
So, Emily, tell us your fabulous story.
Oh my gosh. So I'm going to do some scene setting just to explain. So we were on a family vacation to Broken Bow, Oklahoma. Me, Riff, my sister and her husband and daughter and son, and then my parents. So we kept on driving by this national park that was like beach this way. So one day it was decided that we would go to this beach in Oklahoma, a landlocked state.
You mean a lake? We're going to this lake.
Having grown up in Texas, I was skeptical, and I was like, you know what? I'll wear one piece. Seems safe around the family. You don't need like a super sexy bathing suit. Yeah, so we go to this beach. It's about 3 feet of sand/dirt and a lake that I'm pretty sure is man-made. We get out and...
You called it like something like... I can't remember the word you used, but you were like... It was like trailer trash beach. It was like...
It was like a hill, like a redneck... Oasis.
Oasis.
So we get out of the car. I'm like, getting the lay of the land. Then I see this like kid stand up and he's like, there's snakes on that island. And then all these kids are like, and you're like, oh my God, they're all gonna like run away. And they all run towards the island, like swimming as fast as they can. And you're just like, oh, okay, so this is what's happening. Lots of like warm Mountain Dew sitting out.
Oof.
so much more Mountain Dew.
So we're walking around. We're taking it all in, and I'm like, oh no, I have to poop. And then I'm like, all good. There's a bathroom right over there. So go to the bathroom, walk inside, and I see a bunch of bathroom stalls that are waist high, cinder blocks, and children all throughout. And I'm like, this has to be the child side of the bathroom. Like, this cannot be real. So I walk around to the other side and it's just showers. So I'm like, oh, this is what I get. This is so because I'm like, this is not a possible situation for me. Wearing a one piece around a bunch of children and preteens, I would have to take my entire body out and then just deal with the arrest later. Like, I don't know. I don't know what nudity legalities.
Oklahoma? Oh,
Who designed that bathroom?
Yeah, was there even a door? It was just like cinder block walls.
Doors, but they were like waist high. Like it was like
it's like a corral. Like,
yeah.
It was like if I was like
it's like a cowboy walking into a saloon.
Straight over.
Jesus Christ.
It's like where they feed animals.
So I leave and I'm like, this can't happen. My body, I will fight. And then I just like look around frantically and then I consider shitting in the woods where like more children would see more things. And it was
and snakes.
Yes, snakes.
You looked panicked.
Poop was going to happen. So I had to go back in and I went to a stall and there were so many preteens / children in there that I was in between two kids making eye contact, hunched over, completely naked.
Holy shit.
Huge shit. Oh, God. I was like, who signed off on this? Why? Like, everyone, to this day, like, first of all, worst bathroom experience of my life. And then also, like, how does this happen? Like, who allowed this?
Oklahoma.
A state that nobody needs to ever go to ever again.
They're like,
I mean, to be fair, we were in Oklahoma.
They're like, we got $5 for this.
The budget for the
Oh my God.
They had like leftover shit from like some other project down the way. It's like, just put it in that bathroom.
The waste level is fine.
Yeah, that's close enough.
That's a horror movie. It's a total horror movie.
Yeah.
Like
That's actually, you said that to me. Emily literally, which because you came out and you were like, I can't do it, Riff. It's like a horror movie. And then you looked very panicked. I felt really bad.
I thought about shitting in the shower area, but it was just one big room.
Oh, that's even worse.
It's crazy what your brain, what you convince yourself to do in that situation where you're just like all panicky and sweaty, and like you have to go. You're just kind of like, well, I gotta come up with something here.
The feeling has not left my body of that experience. Like I have been taken back there tonight.
Yeah.
Gross.
You have like PTSD.
But also relieved.
But it's also like, what is worse, shitting your pants or shitting naked in front of a bunch of preteens where they could see every single, like,
both are horrible.
Oh yeah,
both are like awful.
Eye contact happened. Like next to me, where she's just like, and I'm like, yeah.
Now see, the worst part is now you're some kid's story now. Remember that time that lady was in the bathroom taking a shit?
There's another podcast in Oklahoma telling that story from a different point of view.
Yeah.
Rick, did you go to the men's room of this white trash oasis, redneck oasis bathroom situation?
Yes.
And was it similar?
It was the same. Like there were urinals with no partitions, or maybe it was a trough. I can't remember.
Oh, the trough.
The toilets were the same. It was just like cinder blocks, like, you know, waist high, so you could talk to your pal while you're reading the newspaper and taking your daily. It was like,
That's insane.
yeah, I don't know who designed this and why it got approved. It's just like
That's some sick motherfucker.
Because that was, I think at one point I was like, just go in the men's room. There's nobody in there. Because there was nobody in the men's room either. But it was the same situation.
Yeah, then I'd have like my entire body.
No, I know. Then you would have.
Yeah, that's a rough one. Shit.
In Oklahoma, no less.
I mean, Oklahoma's like any other place. I don't know. Like, but yeah.
I mean, look, those bathrooms probably exist everywhere, but that's just like, we're just capping on Oklahoma because, you know, it's just convenient. But I feel bad for you. That's fucking awful.
I've talked to Europeans who don't understand why American bathrooms even have like the door, you can see people's feet, and then they're like European bathrooms. The door goes to the floor, to the ceiling. There's no gaps where you could see like a little bit. Like, and Europeans are like, I don't understand you Americans and why you even have. And I'm like, but that situation's even worse. Like, it should be legal.
Like some idiot I don't know, like probably got like it's the bathroom lobby of the United States.
Yeah, money. It's called cheap. They don't want to spend any fucking money. Although I will say to counter Ellen's statements, I agree with European bathrooms way better. The Frankfurt German airport is not like that at all. It is like they does not go into the floor. It was a total disaster. Everything was disgusting. You can see to the crack.
I was in Milan recently, and I was at this, like, which sounds fancy, right? But I was at this place drinking outside, and there was a bar that was serving the outside area. And I was with a group of people, and I was like, oh, I have to use the bathroom. And, like, somebody's boyfriend was like, you don't want to use the bathroom here. It's more of a male bathroom. And I was like, like, you know,
You're like, I've been to Oklahoma.
Yeah.
So I go like ask them where it is, and they like kind of are like, oh, and I was like, what are these people like doing? Like, why is everyone being so weird about this? And I go and I look, and it like does not compute, where I'm like, I need to use the bathroom, and they like show me a hole in like this like building. It's like in the basement of this building, and they're dumping like mop water down it. And I was like, no, but where's the bath? And then I see the 2 footprints, and I was like,
yep.
So you're just supposed to stand in the footprints and squat up the hole?
yeah,
A Turkish toilet.
I was like, oh yeah, I can't do this. Like, you know, like you think you're tough. You're like, I live in Brooklyn, and I went and peed in Oklahoma and pooped in front of preteens, and then
And you're like, not Milan.
Sex offender in some states.
what is that? Oh my god. Yeah, I can't. My body's not built for the Turkish toilet. Like, I would just pee
Is that
all
what they
over
call
myself.
it? The Turkish
Yep.
toilet?
Or a squat toilet, you know, whatever. Hole in the floor. I've used them. They suck. It's not optimal, but
No.
you know, you get it. It's yeah. It's not easy. You got to have like that kind of like amazing squat depth.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Yeah. Bring a shiwi with you.
Yeah.
Gotta get you a shiwi.
Or shit we got to what for shitting though.
Just buy a funnel.
Yeah, funnel, exactly. A giant funnel.
Well, that's what the shiwi is. It's a funnel that you like put up against your vulva.
Yeah, and then you can aim it.
Yeah. Years ago, I was dating an Italian basketball player, and I went to visit him in Italy. And every single toilet I went to that was public, not in his apartment, did not have a seat. It was just the bowl, and they didn't have the lid or the seat. every restaurant, and we went to nice places, shitty places, every single one of them. And then finally I asked like a local there, I was like, what's going on with your fucking toilets? And he goes, oh, we break them all the time, so there's no point in replacing them. And I'm like,
Is that the thing? They just smash toilets as a matter of course?
I don't know.
Did you run into that a lot? No. Weird.
And I was just like, what do you mean you break them? Like, why are you guys doing to your toilets?
So everywhere in Europe except for Italy has good toilets.
Are the toilet seats just super low quality in Italy, or were they like?
I don't remember having any toilet issues in Italy, but maybe.
We make
this was just where we were at. Every single one.
They're all made of pizza dough.
And I had like such bad IBS back then too. Like I was just shitting rivers the entire week I was there. Totally ruined the mood. And there was like a point where like I woke up in the middle of the night and I pooped in his bathroom and came back into bed, and he goes, yeah, I can smell that. And I was like, you don't have a window in your bathroom. I don't know how to help.
You're like, he's like, this was a mistake. She's like, she won't stop shitting.
The fact that I had to use my passport to get laid was the biggest red flag on this.
Oh. He's like, this is going to be a great week. You're like, oh my God, I can't stop shitting. He's like, all right, I'm going to go practice.
One country without toilet seats.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's crazy. Oh my God, that's so
everywhere.
Funny.
Every single where I went.
Oh.
I know Emily went to run. I hope she didn't have to poop.
No, she went to refreshing her drink.
Nice.
Oh, okay. All this talk woken something.
Like in Japan, they have the best and the worst pooping situations. Like it's either hole in the floor or like a robot.
Yeah, like a NASA toilet.
The bookend of poop technology.
Yeah. Pretty much.
They got to remind themselves where they came from.
Yeah, this is tradition.
I love the music you can play so no one can hear you. That's my favorite part of the Japanese toilet.
Yeah, to muffle the sound.
Yeah.
Is it like white noise or like running water or just anything?
It sounds like running water. That's, I think, something we really need to bring worldwide.
Yeah, I agree.
That'd be great.
For each other, I feel like.
Like
turn the sink water on. Yeah, I know, but like. Yeah,
I've done that. It doesn't work.
When I'm on the toilet from now on. I'll take requests.
Yeah.
Just karaoke mic in the bathroom.
Riff and Emily, do you have any other stories for us, or do you want us to go into some of our regular questions? So both of you are a married couple. You live together. What kind of toilet paper do you use, and do you put it on the roll over or under?
Definitely over.
Yeah, we're an over.
Beards, not mullets. And I think we just buy whatever, like the soft stuff's nice, but it usually just ends up being Scott. Because we have bidets, so it's just for drying your tush at this point.
Yeah,
it doesn't need to be super soft.
I really like the soft stuff though.
But those rolls last like 2 seconds.
Yeah,
we can switch back to that. I like the soft stuff too.
That's okay. Those glorious 6 seconds.
You're like, ooh, plush.
Yeah. If I'm feeling a little flush with cash, then we'll get the soft stuff. But if it's just desperate and we just need it, then it's the Scott.
Yeah.
You know.
And do you sit or stand to wipe your butt after you poo?
I sit.
Sit.
We have 2 sitters. And if either of you have diarrhea or constipation, what's your number one cure? Sounds like kale's been a good thing for you recently, but
I'm constipated. There's this tea called Smooth Move.
I do know this.
Yeah, that one's good. You just have to make sure the timing is right so you don't shit yourself on the way to work.
Yeah.
And then for diarrhea, I have to say I usually just suffer through it like a madman. Like
just let it get out. Just get it out.
Usually, because I feel like in this, at least, I don't know, maybe I'm speaking for you as, I don't know. There's a lot of drinking that goes on, but I don't know. We drink a fair amount. Usually, that's the cause of my diarrhea, anyways. Is just excessive drinking.
Yes.
So I usually I'm like, yep, I drank last night. I have diarrhea.
not one of my my symptoms of drinking too much.
Really? Well, you're okay, whatever.
Is that your cure for constipation? Night of drinking?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm constipated. I'm just gonna go binge drink.
Exactly. You're like, that'll clear it right up.
Yeah.
But if you do have,
if I'm constipated, or we have those herbal laxatives, but those things are brutal.
There's something like weirdly like religiously cleansing about having diarrhea, as long as you're not having it all the time.
yes.
Like, at the mercy of your body, and you're like in a little bit of like a fever state, and then you just like let the hounds of hell escape from you.
Rain down.
I used to a regular that would call it making butt water.
Making butt water.
And then would call it also, or number 3.
I like number 3.
More butt water.
1 + 2.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
You're shitting like a bird at that point. It's just like it's all coming out the same hole.
Yeah, it's like a tap.
Exactly. Your cloaca. I know that Jeopardy word. And what else do you use besides your bidets to help you with pooping? Do you have stool, matches, sprays?
We have a squatty potty.
Ah.
And matches are in both bathrooms for, courtesy match.
We've also used it's called colon, whatever.
Colon broom?
Yeah.
Colon blow.
Colon broom. That's a nice, it's like the celiac, we have that. That stuff's good.
What's it called again? I'm sorry, I cut you off.
Colon broom.
Oh, colon broom. Oh.
Fiber drink.
It's like a fiber supplement, yeah.
Oh, okay. Nice. At least said colon blow. The old SNL skit.
The old SNL
Colon
sketch.
blow was like the best.
It was a Phil Hartman sketch.
Yeah, Phil Hartman, R.I.P.
I think it helps because I feel like the more hydrated you are, the better you poop also, maybe.
Yes, it is very true because poop is 80% water. So the more hydrated you poop, the more hydrated you are, the better you poop. And most of poop, it's not even supposed to be undigested food. It's just supposed to be dead bacteria and stuff. So it's fairly healthy. Yeah. So if you're seeing your corn in your poop, it's not necessarily a good sign. It just means it didn't digest properly.
Is corn just harder to digest?
Yeah, I think corn's it's a rougher one.
It says that the kernel part is the part that doesn't digest, but the inside of it is that
makes sense. It's not goodbye. It's see you later.
Yeah.
Corn. Sorry.
You're just getting rid of the case. The insides are
Is there anything else that Riff and Emily you would like to share with the audience? Or we can go into our favorite game.
I have nothing. Do you have anyone?
I do have one thing.
Ooh.
A good way to get out of being blamed for farting is to always have squeaky shoes or pants on.
Oh, great, lady.
I have these rubber-ish leather leggings, and I have a leather chair, and if you ever want to fart unannounced, so to speak, just make it sound like you're always farting.
These damn pants again.
But it sounds like for loud farts, not for stinky ones.
Huh?
It sounds like more of a loud fart thing versus a stinky fart thing.
Yeah, and if it's stinky, that's unfortunate.
Does anybody? I feel like all my farts are smelly. I've never had a fart that didn't smell.
Oh,
my
I have
farts always
just
smell
loud but not stinky.
Well, it's.
I'm definitely mine are usually. I'm gonna go with Dave here on this. Mine are usually smelly, 90% of the time. But sometimes I'll do a really audible one. That's just blah, just disgusting, classic fart sound.
Yeah, I've never ever
no trace of it.
Never had, not once. It's loud, soft, whatever. They've all been smelly.
So you're batting 1,000.
I couldn't be it's my pants. It's or if it's it's my shoes, but it smells too.
It's just death.
Yeah, is there something an
knocking
event
on my back door?
Yeah. So there's a demon ghost.
Yeah, there's been dog shit before you got to work. I
Yeah.
don't know. Well, we can get into a little game that we like to call Shitty Choices. And today, okay, you can choose between these two awful choices. Never be able to urinate again or never have an orgasm.
Oh.
Wait, but can I ask questions?
I mean,
Yes.
sure. No, it's not. No. You can ask questions because, like, I hate trying to modify the question, but it's just like it's just one or the other. But yes, I want to hear this question.
Well, I just want to know if, like, will you need to be?
Yeah, I mean, like you still, in this case, you still have the sensation, but you can't.
So you just like
Just
blow up like a balloon?
You're just like, I mean, your body's not gonna just like it's more the sensation, like like, oh my god, I have to pee, but I can't anymore. And then and then the other one's is simple, like never have an orgasm again.
I'm gonna choose pee.
Yeah, I'd rather not pee ever.
No,
Yeah, I'm gonna go with that
I'm
one too.
the opposite. I'd rather pee.
Oh wow, interesting.
Oh, so you're never gonna have the orgasm? Okay, gotcha. Okay,
Yeah.
Ellen.
Well, the clitoral complex that used to be called the G-spot, but I refuse to name anything after a man inside of my body. The clitoral complex is part of the urethra. And so when a woman has to pee really, really badly, sometimes the feeling of an orgasm can be heightened, and that's where squirting happens and all the rest of it. So I would say yes to the orgasms and no to the peeing, because the feeling of having to pee might heighten said orgasm.
An educated response.
Yeah, I mean, this was not like a whole like we're gonna deep dive into the sub levels of urination versus orgasm. It's more like a simple A/B. But okay, fair enough.
Well, I'm just saying, like a woman's anatomy is better for that versus a man's anatomy might be much more different, because when you guys feel like you have to pee, sometimes it's harder to orgasm.
I'm just gonna go with not peeing. Like I just fuck it, whatever. Okay, we've all chimed in on that one. Let's get into
It's 3-1.
a little news here. So I found this article, and this woman from Texas named Mindy Jeanette Stevens, she is the wife of an assistant fire chief, and then she allegedly dumped 50 pounds of human shit in front of the Electra Police Department. A police officer noticed her milling around the front of the department and noticed a suspicious package, if you will. Rather, it was like in front of the station. So he went outside, discovered like 5-gallon buckets filled with shit. And this woman that they later arrested, was in a hazmat suit and was basically just milling about, all this fucking gross shit hanging out. The guy's like, you need to take this away or we're going to arrest you. And she's like, nope, not my problem anymore. And just left. And then they put all points, APB on her. And they found out she's also a volunteer firefighter, but they arrested her. Took her to court. She was released on $2,000 bail, and they still have not figured out there was no motive. She didn't give any motive. She just showed up at this police department with like buckets of human shit. Which I mean, I don't know if she was just shitting in these buckets for weeks at a time, and or someone wronged her at the police department. I have no idea. There's no other information, but I just found it so insane. They said it was about 5 pounds. It was a misdemeanor.
Perfect time.
It sounds like that old fireman versus cop rivalry.
That's what I thought when I started reading it. I thought happened. Maybe there was some kind of weird, dumb softball game incident, and she went a little too far with it. But yeah, it was like 5 pounds of this stuff. So it's like if there's anything over 5 pounds or over 5 pounds, under 500, it's a misdemeanor illegal dumping.
Oh my goodness!
Pun intended.
Window.
But $2,000 though. She was arrested. $2,000.
500.
Yeah, if it's under 500, it's a misdemeanor. So if you want to get 500 pounds of shit, you're still looking at a ticket. Oh, a little jail time. Yeah,
Right.
exactly. 501. We're going into felony territory. But yeah, she pleaded guilty. She pleaded guilty to a lesser charge of assault and served a short stint behind bars. A motive.
I want to know so much backstory.
I know. A motive for the recent smelly episode was not known.
Wow.
Yeah, maybe she's bugged out and.
How long did it take her to collect said 5 pounds?
That
And,
was
like,
not in the article. I had the same question. I mean, probably a while. I mean, you know,
Was it her?
that's what I don't know either. I'm assuming it was.
so many questions.
I can't imagine her going around. Maybe she asked her husband. He's like, "Look, I need you to fill this bucket up with me." I mean, who knows? Like, I really want to find out more, and I really wish the reporter got a little, you know, down and dirty with it and figured out.
How like a lot of van life people have to shit in buckets, you know?
I mean, who knows? I don't think that they didn't mention her being in a van or anything, but she is.
No, but I'm.
Who knows?
plot
Maybe
thickens.
she went around to a bunch of like RV lots and was like, "Hey, I'll collect that for you," and just dump it in these 5. I mean, who knows? But that information was not provided in the article. But I did think it was really fascinating. This woman just showed up at a police department and just decided to like leave a bunch of shit. Oh, could you imagine? And she's in the hazmat suit, so definitely she knew what it was. Clearly, you know.
Well, that's probably how she collected the shit. She looked very official.
I guess so. Yeah. I mean, I'm like, "Hey, dear, take my shit. Yeah, please." Like, you're gonna take it. Fine, that's great.
Like a badge with a turd on it.
Like, here comes Mindy again, collecting my shit.
Ooh, my lord.
Oh my God. Yeah. Well, with that ridiculous story, Riff and Emily, thank you so much for being on our show. You guys are hilarious, fantastic, great stories. And if you'd like, please let our audience know where they could find you, or if you have anything you want to promote, do so now.
You want to promote anything?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Social
You can
medias.
I was going to promote myself. You can find me.
Please.
You can find me at 2 bars, either a bar called Turtles All the Way Down, which is in Bed-Stuy, Malcolm X and Hancock, or I'm also at a bar called High Dive in Park Slope, Brooklyn, on 5th Avenue and Carroll Street.
Oh, shit.
Come see me.
Nice. I used to go to that bar a lot back in the day. That's awesome.
Nice. A High Dive?
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
I've been there since day one. I'm like the last
shit.
employee.
Okay, so I probably definitely saw you there at some point. Nice. All right.
Just do me a favor, everybody. If you go to visit his bars, do not go there before they open. Riff is busy pooping.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ellen. That's very important.
Yeah. Also, the question would be like, "How did you get in here?" You're like, "Wait a minute."
That's why I locked the door.
Yeah. You're like, "No one's here yet," but somehow you. That's awesome.
Well, I heard it on a podcast. That's why I'm here.
Yeah, they're just like knocking on the door.
You got a clean bathroom.
Yeah. Oh my God. All right. Well, thanks again. Thanks to all you listening. Thanks for laughing and learning everything but with us.
And happy pooping, everybody, and enjoy your butthole.
For more info, go to heypoopypodcast.com or email us at heypoopypodcast@gmail.com. You can send in show ideas, guest requests. Check us out on Twitter at heypoopy, Instagram at heypoopypodcast, TikTok, heypoopypodcast, and our awesome new Facebook fan page. Go check it out at Hey Poopy Podcast. We're also on Discord at Hey Poopy Dumps, or you can contact us at our new awesome hotline, 203-998-5579.
Hey Poopy Podcast is brought to you by Perfect for Entertainment. Produced by Dave and Ellen. Edited by Dave. Executive producer Stormy Leather. Theme song by Jordan Perlson. Hey Poopy!